What impact does meditation have on your brain? So people have been meditating for thousands of years and have experienced changes, internal changes in our brains and our minds. I don't believe they're the same thing. They're obviously connected, but not the same thing. But it's only very recently that we've been able to get some clearer idea of what's going on inside a living brain. And that, of course, is through modern technologies, scanners that can measure brain waves, and fMRI scanners that can take a kind of photograph. It's based on measuring the heat in different parts of the brain. It's actually based on blood flow measurement. So they give you a two-dimensional scan, which gives you an idea of how much activity there is reflected in blood flow in different parts of the brain when you're doing different things. So this can happen in real time. And cross-referencing these two different types of information, of data, say brain waves and fMRI scans, can give us much more information because they measure different things, and one of them is static and the other is dynamic in terms of time. So there are different ways of measuring brain. These are just the two most well-known. So what have we learned from that? What impact does meditation have on the brain that we've been able to observe? Well, there's a neat photo I saw of a brain scan of the same person before and after meditating. So it was just a 10-minute meditation practice. And you can see, of course, the photograph, the fMRI scan, is colorized, but it completely changed. What it shows is that the whole brain has literally cooled down. That's why meditators are cool, right? I mean, nobody wants to be a hothead. But it's interesting that our language, when we say, oh, you know, a cool person is someone who's calm, it actually literally means their brain is cooler because there's not as much activity, there's not as much thinking. The mind is not as cluttered. The mind is clearer. So that's one measurable outcome. There are a lot of other areas. Here's one: impulse control. The area of the brain that stops us reacting out of anger or you know, fear without thinking, that doesn't allow us to pause and reflect and decide, think, is it a good idea to hit this person or offend, you know, say something horrible to somebody whom I actually care about, but I'm upset. The impulse control part of the brain is developed through meditation practice. This has been shown that portion of the brain, it grows, it actually strengthens. So that's another really neat measurable outcome. We've measured how meditation improves empathy. It's also been shown to increase creativity, and also our sense of connection or being able to relate to other people, feel part of a group. These are some of the really positive outcomes of meditation practice that are measurable.